Are these all the things that I find on the bodies? No maps or written instructions or anything?
Nope. I'm assuming they're working on verbal orders. Or you assume that. I assume you assume that. Words are hard.
Okay.
But yeah.
Bummer. So we need to do an Arcana check then in order to find out more about this handkerchief.
You might find out more, depending if you roll the same as you have been. But yeah, that would be the roll.
Okay, well, I rolled a 9. I don't think that I found anything, probably.
Yeah, you're still certain that it's magical in nature. It's a very strong magical presence, but yeah, you have no more clue than you did right when you picked it up.
Okay.
And are you sharing this knowledge and loot with the party?
I'm sharing the knowledge, but I'm gonna keep hold of the loot.
Smart.
Okay.
I mean,
that's fair.
No offense, y'all, but I
mean, you are the only one in the party who is not good. So
really?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, chaotic neutral. Everyone else is. Yeah, you're chaotic neutral. You've got 2 lawful goods, a neutral good, and 2 chaotic goods.
Mm-hmm.
And then Queen of Darks over here is chaotic neutral.
Oh, but
so you have.
She's the most.
Yeah, so the platinum.
I mean, relative to the rest of them.
Right?
Yeah. That's. So platinum is the most valuable kind of piece of money you can have, and 6 is a lot of platinum.
Yeah, that is a lot of platinum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The dice were kind to you when I rolled them. I guess that's how it works. My dice like Katie, but hers don't, I'm guessing. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, Katie has loot. Yeah, well, except for that nat 20. That was good.
Yeah.
Okay, so after the looting, what else do people want to do?
I was going to sneak down the other side of the tunnel and see if I can find anything, unless we want to wake up Mr. Beast before.
I think we should take a little trip down the tunnel, just a little bit, see what else is further up, because I don't want to wake this guy and there be more people like there to back him up. So
yeah. Who has high stealth? Because I have a 7 for stealth. Does anyone else have high for stealth?
No. I have a 6.
You got a 6? How about you, Peter?
2.
Okay, well, so would I need to do the stealth roll then to go down the tunnel?
If you are trying to be stealthy, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to come with me, Kelly, or do you want me to just go?
Yeah, I'll come with.
Okay. Well, there's my stealth roll.
You both, as far as you believe, are sufficiently stealthy.
Okay.
As far as we believe.
Yeah, so we start walking down past the fire stealthily.
Okay. So, the fire is right about here on the map. It is quite large. It's probably 20 or 30 feet across. So, quite a large bonfire. But you have about 20 feet of clearance on either side. So, you can avoid a little bit of
Yeah.
heat to go around. And I assume you'll
Is
do
it
that to some
worthwhile
extent.
to do
But
an
once
Arcana
you get
roll on the fire? Because that's a lot of fire.
That is a lot of fire.
you can do that.
Okay. I'm just going to do one of those quick rolls just to see if there's anything.
Woohoo!
Yeah. You can tell that it is magically sustained.
Okay.
In that it's not like just burning off the fuel of firewood. But other than that, it is not like especially dangerous. It's not a weapon. It's essentially a sword in light.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
also may be a deterrent. You rolled well. You also know that this is a not uncommon type of deterrent for potential wild animals, scare them away or keep them from messing with you. Yes, so it is magical.
Okay.
Yeah, so we keep going though.
And are you continuing along?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stealthily.
So you continue along, and stealthily. One other thing with the fire, since it is just purely magical, not burning wood or anything, there's almost no smoke, which is how it's able to have a giant fire in a cave without suffocating you all. Yeah, like you're just in an underground tunnel and there's this huge fire, but you're all somehow breathing still. That's why it's magical. Yeah. So as you continue along, the room widened out when you entered it. It got to its widest around the fire, and then it starts to narrow again. And then there's a tunnel that probably goes about 15 feet. So you get to the end of the room. You get to a doorway alcove kind of place, though there's not any actual door. It's just clearly around to a new tunnel. And that goes on for about 15 feet. And then you see another sort of shimmering barrier. It's somewhat opaque. So you can see a little through it on the other side. It appears to be outdoors on the other side. But it's very similar to when you left the first pit. There was that barrier you had to walk through.
Yeah, then the temperature changed.
Everything changed. On the other, temperature changed. You went from underground to outdoors. It looks very similar to that.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't feel like there's
And as far as what's in the
any
room,
threat. I mean, because if we had come around from the other side, I mean, we would be thinking the same thing. So probably it was just these three guys. Okay, we should let Vishnuar at this guy.
I mean, do you feel like we should go through the barrier to see what it is? I mean, we can probably question him first, though.
Yeah, but I feel like if we're gonna go out, we should go out as a group.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do you want to go back, question him, and then we can make a decision?
Let's do it.
Sounds good. We go back to the group
okay.
and report our findings.
Okay. And Sarah and Maddie are both there. They're there. They're just quiet in this conversation. And any more you'll have tonight. But they have not magically disappeared or anything. No. Nope, this is the guy who was towards the bottom of the screen originally. So the good dude you talked to at first is super dead. Because he's the one who skewered you with a spear. Yeah. And then you threw it back at him, and then he threw it back at you. Wow. First training you take, you just go straight to waterboarding.
Apparently.
I mean, yeah, you don't need to break the Geneva Convention.
That doesn't exist in this realm.
Yeah, but it's like mostly unspoken. He is awake now, but he does not give you the satisfaction of appearing to be in pain or uncomfortable. But he does say, "Hi, jackass."
Waterboard
I mean,
and
give me an intimidation.
wow. All right. Let's hope he talks.
Ask him what we are.
Can I play the bagpipe for him?
He laughs at you so hard that you just drop the hammer to the side, step back, and let one of the others take up the rest of the interrogation.
Okay, so I did a 14. I get.
You are supposed to be, but he is. While Casey's backing away, he nervously looks at Katie like he's afraid that she'll step up and continue the interrogation. He does not want to be interrogated by you.
He doesn't, really.
So.
Well, he can?
Yeah, he knows common.
Cool. Well, so I step up to him, and I.
No, because he knows common. Knowing a language might allow you to communicate, but it'll never give you a bonus in that communication.
Okay.
With very few exceptions. There are a few exceptions that we'll probably never come across in this campaign. Like when talking to demons, if you can talk to them in their own language, they might respect you more. But
So he's.
yeah, but no, you just sucked.
Yeah, so the guy that's still alive is the one that I shot with my arrow in the beginning, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So I go up to him and I say that I am not fucking around here, that I want answers, and depending on his answers, he may live to see another day, or he might die like his friend.
Okay.
But I rolled a 14.
From another arrow.
I'm gonna need
I
a.
have my head right up close to his neck.
Okay. So the intimidation roll I got earlier made him scared of you. Give me a persuasion roll
Okay.
now.
Here you go.
Okay. Yeah, he was already scared of you, so you had advantage, and yeah, he spells everything. I'm not gonna try and do a voiceover. Just tell you stuff.
Okay.
He and his friends are essentially just they're security guards. They're not. They were hired by a cult, or what they believe to be a cult, but they are not in any way cultists. They were just normal run-of-the-mill guys doing their jobs, trying to feed their families, who came up and attacked them and murdered his friends and are now torturing him. So, congrats, you're the villains.
I never said I was good.
But
It's fair.
yeah, the others did. Perspective, people. Perspective. But yeah, he said we were hired to stand guard here. We know there's something weird at the other end of the hall. We're not paid enough to go near it. We don't want anything to do with that. Yeah, here, just take all my money, leave me alive. Wait, where's my money? Did you take my money, you bastards?
Yep, it's already done. Okay, cool.
Well, I came in my settlement. I came from my house. No, I'm just. If I held weight, I wouldn't be a security guard.
That's true. So I asked him to tell us exactly where we are right now.
How would any of us know? Ever since the shit went down, no one knows where or when they are.
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean? Everyone knows what it means.
Yeah, well, just explain it your way.
Okay.
Just for a moment, pretend I'm an idiot. Explain.
Okay, I don't have to pretend at this point. Well, about 6 months ago, shit hit the fan. Everything changed. It's just like trippy, dude. And like no one knows when or where everything is. Cities are gone. Some ancient cities are back for some reason. No one can agree what year it is or what empire rules the world, or some creature civilizations that no one's ever seen before that appear to think they're right at home. Everything's a mess.
That explains the dragons. Or not the dragons, the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the gist of his explanation. I haven't seen my home or my tribe since I woke up that day. There were about 10 of us who all. What? Someone said something? What? About 6 months ago, yeah. But the day of the change, a few of my friends and I we were just sitting at the tavern, having a good drink at the end of the day, and then suddenly we were all just in a lake in the blink of an eye. And then we just tried to get by since then. Things were hard, and 7 of my friends died, but luckily, my 2 brothers and I survived until 5 minutes ago. You bastards.
Well, let me get this straight, because you said you took up this job to support your families. But you haven't seen your families in 6 months. I'm just not quite understanding the timeline of events here.
Family, as in like his brothers that he was with.
So not like family members at home. So just support the 3 of you.
No, he wants to get by, because while things are in cities. So it's not like they were sought out specifically. They were just people that were at the bar.
Had you ever heard of these cultists prior to 6 months ago?
Very evil lizards, the 80-foot tall gorilla, all that stuff. It's all new to him, which is why he was super fine taking a job in seclusion underground.
Fair enough.
Did I mention 80-foot tall gorilla? Yeah, he's regretting it.
Fair enough. Yeah, so why do you think that they're cultists, and what do they look like?
They look like people. I mean, every race imaginable, or pretty much any race appears to be able to be part of this. Their appearance, dark-colored robes. They're all They seem very fanatic. The uniforms. I would like
he knows.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't want him coming back after me, A. And B, whoever these cultists are, I don't think that he's going to stand up against torture from them, and I don't want him describing us. So,
yeah, that's very, very true.
Okay, I'm glad we've set the tone for this campaign.
no, I've set the tone for myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're indifferent to murder?
I mean, so far we've gone from starting the fight, which was bad, and now we've moved past waterboarding to just slitting the captain's throat after he cooperated. This is wonderful. Yeah. Okay. Well, the cleric is not here, so she, for some reason, decides not to object.
No, it's
So,
I just slit his throat without telling anyone.
oh, okay then.
Yeah, I'm up here interrogating him, and I'm like, does anyone else do anything? And I'm like, thank you for your time, and then I kill him.
Oh my god.
Okay, he's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Does
so
the
what does everyone
lawful
want to
good
do now?
Peter have any? Does the lawful good Peter have anything to say about this?
I'm not okay with just killing the guy.
We already did.
I know that doesn't mean there.
Play a song for him.
No, that never works out for me.
Well, we're not going to do like a Rue in the Hunger Games kind of tribute song.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hope that. I'm just afraid what Katie's gonna do when we're no longer useful to her.
Good to know.
Oh, okay, that's good. Oh, okay. So it's a racial thing for Casey. A magical.
Cool.
Okay, well,
I'm just
As just
because he didn't have anything else to live for, so.
wow. Wow. Okay. This is a group of people. That's yeah.
This is what happens when you take out the other good people. We just kill.
Yeah. Well, now that you've waterboarded, tortured, and then murdered this bound and unarmed prisoner who was cooperating with you, now what do you want to do?
Let's go outside.
Find a new prisoner and do it again.
yeah, I'm cool with outside.
Okay.
No.
No, we're gonna go to the shimmering door that Katie and I found.
Okay.
Everyone cool with that?
You
with that?
Sure.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
okay? Are you gonna go through the door? The portal?
Yeah, it's like a shimmering portal thing.
Yeah. It's the same thing you saw earlier in the first session, where you were underground in a very cold place, and then you walked through. You were outdoors in the springtime. Not that you can see.
Oh. Let's walk through it.
Okay. Y'all go through?
What? I wanted
What?
an Arcana and an investigation check and see if that handkerchief does anything when it gets close to it or starts to go through it.
Ooh, good point.
It's too.
Oh, okay. Let's do Arcana
Okay.
then.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's any booby traps they did with this nice little handkerchief they left for them.
There does not appear to be any booby traps or things that affect it as you approach.
Okay, cool.
portal.
Well, I'm gonna take that as a sign I can walk through.
Okay, so all 4 of you go through?
Yep, we're walking through.
Yeah. Okay. You want to know where you are?
Probably back where we began.
You're back at the Stonehenge where you started.
That's great. So, that's good to know.
No, you enter. So the first portal you walked through, you went from the pit to the outdoor area in the middle of a Stonehenge type setup, Remember that? You're back in the outdoor Stonehenge setup type thing.
Well,
Like
so
the first time.
basically,
Yeah.
what I'm understanding is anytime that there's a doorway or a portal like that, it takes us back to Stonehenge.
From the 2 experiences you have had, that is the same in all of the 2 experiences. Yes.
Yes, but possibly others. We'll see for the future.
We shall see.
Remember.
One thing, I'm not going to make you do perception. It has been about 3 days since you were here last. It was like springtime. You could tell things are just starting to bloom. There's about a foot of snow, and it is freezing out now.
So this is like Narnia.
Okay,
I'm
about
not
what
going to
time
say
is it now? About what time of day is it?
It's about late evening, I'd say.
Late morning?
Yes. Late morning. No, the first portal brought you to Stonehenge, and then you just walked away. No, okay, depends what you mean by first portal. So you woke up in the pit in the caves somewhere. You came to the shimmering portal after your fights in the caves. That portal took you to the center of Stonehenge, above ground outside. And this second portal just took you to the exact same spot. Like in the center of the concentric rings. Correct, yeah. There was definitely teleportation there.
Okay. I mean, it's still early in the day, so we can probably get some walking in, but we have a backup for overnight. Since
Point, click, and then hold down. Okay, looks like... Yeah, like that. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So just clarify, you mean like right here? That's a very small wooded area. It's it's small enough and your hill's high enough that you can just barely see a little, just plains type area beyond it. But it is like snowy and snow covered. So actually, you can't see that now, but you have seen it before. So I'm letting you remember that. Your visibility is not nearly what it was before. It is snowing. So, but I will say that you remember from earlier that there's some woods and then some more plains beyond it.
Okay.
It sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, it does. We went east before, and that really didn't go anywhere.
I mean, Maddie's our healer. We still have some people who are injured, right?
Yes, Peter's at 5.
Yep, but I'm the healer.
You can.
I will let you say since she wasn't here to do it, I will let you guys take a short rest and her heal you before you went through the portal.
Okay.
If you'd like. Since she wasn't here to stuff about that.
Okay, well, we're healed up, so we go west, I guess.
Let's do it.
Okay. Or
Well, and we also know that the time is weird because he said 6 months. We just saw 6 months pass within this, so
3 days. Yeah.
No, I mean at least 6 months if it was spring and now it's snowing out. Either is really weird or we're having some time skips.
I guess it's the second one.
I feel like you keep trying to make me feel bad about all of that, and I don't feel bad at all.
well, that's just because I'm trying to make you feel bad. But it's not working apparently. Okay. I just like to add some perspective to D&D.
There's something funny real quick though. After the campaign we did 2 weeks ago, I was just like sitting at home and I was like, wait, what if they were like guarding a town and then we're gonna have to like come upon all of the townspeople that they live at and we just killed everyone. I was really worried. So I'm feeling a lot better that at least they were working for the enemy.
That's fair. All right, let's move. Do we need to do any rolling? I can't remember.
Just to walk west towards the trees.
Yes.
I'm not going to make you. You don't have to do any rolling. I may have to. Because it's snowing and heavy. heavy snow already is going to be an encumbered walk. So it's probably going to take you most of the rest of the day just to get to those woods. Okay, so you guys are traveling along. You get to right at the edge of the woods. Can I get a dexterity save from all of you?
Right.
Casey's dead. Yeah. Why do you trespass in the land of the woodchuck overlord? You hear from the trees.
The woodchuck.
The woodchuck overlord. Of course. They are our sworn enemies.
Oh, okay.
We're both small roguish beings who like to eat wood. And then he snickers. But yeah. We're not beaver friends. We like wood, not beavers.
Okay.
What do you mean?
We just kind of want to walk through, figure out where we are.
Another beer? You can take it. Wait, Kevin.
You are describing all the actions that we have in common with the beavers. Near water in this universe. And they also chew trees. In this universe, they do.
Okay.
Yep, they, I'm saying it, what I'm saying is, you're not helping your case.
Okay, so I start talking
the few things.
And I say to the woodchuck, we're not looking for any trouble. We're just passing through. May we be on this land? Is there any rules for this land that you would like us to follow?
You can't let outsiders in. You can only come through if you swear fealty to the woodchuck overlord.
Really?
Yeah.
So
what's that going to get us?
What's that going to get us, swearing fealty to the woodchuck overlord? Besides access?
It will get you passage. It will get you passage through the lands of the Great One, but you may be called upon at times of need, should the woodchuck overlord require your help.
Okay.
No, he and the beaver earlier were just speaking common.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They're just small woodland creatures that speak common.
I'd like to ask Mr. Woodchuck here if he's seen any people in very dark cloaks coming around here, and if they have sworn fealty to the woodchuck overlord.
The dark cloaks? Do you mean them?
Yes.
That's what he asked.
Yes.
Them. You have met them. They are scary. Even the overlord has sworn fealty to them to save his lands.
Do you know what they were threatening? If he didn't swear fealty, what were they going to do?
They threatened inaction. They can save this world but they can also choose to not save parts of it should we stand against them.
How do you know what they say is true?
They don't know for sure what they say is true. You do know they have power, and they have demonstrated their abilities for destruction, but also their abilities for renewal through their magics. And for the somewhat low price of cooperation and passage, they would be our friends as opposed to our enemies.
I see. How do you feel about them?
I'm not sure what to believe. The Overlord has a healthy fear of them, but he has agreed to work with them. I think they actually have the possibility of saving this world. So I give them the benefit of the doubt, and I am hopeful that they will actually be helpful.
Right. So, guys, do we want to go into the forest and keep heading the way we are, or are we going to take a detour so that we don't have to swear fealty?
I don't care about fealty.
My question is do we all have to swear fealty to the Woodchuck Overlord if not everyone before, like, didn't swear fealty to the Beaver since we still got through?
Those who do not swear fealty do not pass through the forest, is what he says.
I see.
Okay, that was a good speech. And everyone else's decisions? Exactly. Yeah. And that was me saying that just a moment ago. So now I'm asking what others are.
I ask Mr. Woodchuck here, what will happen if I don't swear fealty and go into the forest anyway?
You will be compelled to leave, or you will never leave.
Oh.
You'll be compelled to leave, and if you don't leave then, you will never leave the forest.
Compelled by who?
Remember how I said you may be called upon to serve the Overlord if needed? Those who are able to be called upon to serve the Overlord if needed will be compelled.
They'll be compelled to stop me.
So Vindor now.
Yes.
Yeah, so Vindor. I'll have to fight Vindor if I want to keep going. If we don't, you can't leave. You'll be compelled there, Vindor. I don't know if you're gonna have a choice.
Maybe if I push it down.
Well, how do you do that? Yeah. But it's a rodent of unusual size.
Yeah, he's of similar size to the beaver, so we're talking like a Great Dane-sized woodchuck.
My lord.
I follow Casey.
Do you swear?
Are you swearing fealty?
Yep.
Okay. And King Katie, your decisions.
This is a hard one because I have a feeling. I don't know. I just have a feeling that we're going to swear fealty to the Woodchuck Overlord, and then the Woodchuck Overlord and the Beaver Overlord are going to call us at the same time. And
Well, do you have collating?
Don't give up. Don't.
Okay. And Kelly and Katie, lead your decisions.
I don't think that I'm going to swear fealty. I'm going to follow Casey anyway and see what happens because it seems like I can still possibly get out of it.
Okay. Casey, will you voluntarily attack Katie? Says the Woodchuck. Will you stop her? Okay. Give me a will save. I think that might be what it is now. It used to be its own separate save, but I don't know. It might be wisdom now. In 3.5 is will, and I played version 3.5 for so long, I sometimes forget things that aren't in it anymore. But yeah, it'll be a wisdom save, I think. I said. Cool. Make Amelia attack against Katie. Does that hit you, Katie? What is your AC, I should ask, Katie?
My armor class is 14.
Okay, Katie hits. Casey hits, I should say. I know. All your damage. There are modifiers you don't know about. Take 15 damage, Katie. Whatever your primary weapon that you would just grab on reflex is.
well, while they're settling everything, I have decided that I'm just going to swear fealty because I'm not dealing with that. So, peace.
Okay.
Going in.
After Katie gets hit in the head with a warhammer, the Woodchuck says, "One last time, do you swear fealty to the Woodchuck Overlord, or shall your friends kill you?"
Can also leave though, right?
You can.
I mean,
You can try. But you have already entered the Woodchuck Overlord's realm.
fine. I swear
They're
fealty to the Woodchuck.
Fealty of rights. Okay, so everyone has sworn fealty. Okay, so the
This was a
Overlord,
terrible
the Woodchuck
idea.
says, Thank you. I appreciate this, I do not expect to have to call on any of you again in the foreseeable future. And he waves his hand and Katie is healed.
All right. Well, I'm glad that I'm healed now, because that was significant damage.
But as he accepts the fealty of the group, Kelly, Peter, and Casey feel sick. So Kelly and Peter, I'll need you to adjust your character sheet. You take a permanent -1 to Constitution, and Casey. I'm sorry, your names are too similar. Casey takes a -2 permanently to
I don't want to
Constitution.
do.
Yeah. So
I mean, you almost told me, so.
the woodchuck says, you all suffer for breaking your word. If you make a contract, a demon, and you break it, there's consequences. You all swore. Some of you, it appears, swore fealty to the Beaver Overlord. Yet you tried to swear fealty to the Woodchuck Overlord just the same. You cannot have fealty both. Your fealty is now magically transferred to the Woodchuck Overlord, but there is a price, and the Beaver Overlord just took that price. And there was also a price for resisting the call. Yes.
Do we change it on the part that says Constitution base? Or which part do we change? Okay.
One for having double fealty, because you guys entered into contracts with demons. If you ever encountered giant woodland creatures that speak common and are like 10 times the size they should be, they might be demons. Everyone except Katie had sworn fealty to multiple demons. And then for trying to refuse the call when the Woodchuck Overlord wanted you to attack Katie, you receive an additional punishment. But don't worry, this fealty can also have benefits later on.
I doubt that, but okay.
Yeah.
I know.
That's why I said, like, change the actual character sheet.
Okay. I think I got it on our.
These woodland creature totem demons do not take shit lightly.
I mean, and Vendor, you wanted wood, so take that as bill.
And this is me, the DM, talking, not the Woodchuck Overlord. There can be benefits to fealty as well. I mean, it could have just been -1, but you tried to refuse your orders.
I mean, there's a reason I didn't want to swear fealty to anyone in the first place.
Yeah. For future reference, any talking woodland creature that asks you to swear fealty to it, there's a good chance it's a demon. And by swearing fealty, you'll be entering into an actual contract with a demon. Oh, you guys are fun to fuck with. Okay. So, you are now all healed up. So, some of you have permanent problems now. But yes, you are all now, you are in the good graces of the Woodchuck Overlord. Your punishments have been inflicted, but now you are once again in the good graces.
Okay.
So you are free to travel the realms of the Woodchuck Overlord and incur any benefits that come from being a vassal
One
of
last
the Woodchuck
question.
Overlord.
If we continue on our route through the Woodchuck Overlord's area, what's going to happen to the other 2 players that have not agreed yet?
Yeah, so you guys are not going to tell what the penalty is. And
Okay.
next time they're in, they will have the choice.
Okay.
So Sarah
fealty.
will be given the choice for both.
So either they get attacked or they get.
Yeah, it's hard to
minus
do retroactively. I'm going to figure out how to work that with them. It may be a actual roll of the dice.
So we should tell them that they can't watch the video that is posted. Because are we streaming?
Okay.
I thought it was safe.
Well,
you can't go back and watch it later? Oh.
Okay, then we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't tell them. I may just exempt them from it, but I don't want to. I may just send them totally out of the blue DM tomorrow. Say, do you swear fealty to the Beaver Overlord?
No, Woodchuck.
And that. No, well, Sarah was gone for the Beaver Overlord.
Oh, yeah, true.
True.
So yeah, I have to ask Sarah if she swears fealty to the Beaver Overlord. And then once I have her response, I'll ask Maddie and Sarah if they swear fealty to the Woodchuck Overlord. Yeah, I mentioned they were both on the sides of the group.
Talking to you and asking you to swear fealty to something you've never heard of. Like, I think there's enough red flags there.
There's.
To be fair, it's not like he's making it obvious that he's a demon. Like, the whole point is to get you to enter into a demon contract without you knowing you're entering into a demon contract.
That's
So yeah, it's
like,
not like I'm saying you're stupid for
very
doing it.
good
It's
thing.
just
Oh, what's that one?
it's unexpected
American lit
consequences.
book story where it's like a doctor.
Didn't write Faustus. Well, he made the play.
Yeah.
Character.
So,
Yeah.
are they still? Do they still have fealty to both?
No. The most recent fealty overrides.
Okay.
So the -1 constitution was the result of breaking their original demon contract with the Beaver Overlord. Which, as far as breaking a demon contract goes, is pretty lenient.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that you guys are all, in the club and in the woods, the Woodchuck says, head west another half a mile. There's a small settlement. All the food and drink you want, nice beds to sleep in. We take care of our people.
All right. Well, I'm cool to head towards that. I mean, we probably don't have any food left, and it's snowing, so, or at least.
Yeah. So, nothing happens to you on the way there because you are under the protection of the Woodchuck Overlord now, and he takes care of his people. So you do come across a small settlement. There's probably 200 people there. In the middle of the woods still. There's a clearing, but the settlement itself is still surrounded by woods. The trees around you get progressively larger as you go through, to the point where when you get to the settlement, the upper canopy still completely covers the settlement, even though there's a probably 600-foot diameter circle settlement, but the other trees around it are so big the canopy still covers and gives shelter to settlement. So we're talking redwood forest type area here, and there is there's a tavern, there's an apothecary, there's a general store, there is what appears to be a temple or shrine. There is a place that would be closed now, but you can look into that later. But yeah, in general store, apothecary, temple. Then there's just some housing area because there's like 200 people here, and they're not all staying at the inn.
Wow, this is the most civilization we've seen.
Yeah, being back woodchuck. Oh, we lost Katie again. I don't know if it's.
I'm still here. I'm just.
Can you guys see Katie? Oh, okay. Go. Now I hear her at least. Okay. So, what do y'all do now that you're in the settlement?
That's a really good question. No.
Play my music.
No. Everyone who is in the settlement has already sworn fealty to the woodchuck overlord, so we don't see a need to track the people. We're all friends here. We're all a big family, which you're not part of, cousin. There are dozens of different races represented. You have seen before, many you haven't. There are a few half-orcs, and there's. Are you just looking, or are you asking? I should clarify, Casey. Like, are you just okay?
This is.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, this is the inn, and you're at the main counter. It's a quite large room. It's essentially like a ballroom-sized main inn because this is the main gathering spot in town. There's probably 80 or 90 people spread out throughout the room, just at their chairs or walking around and talking. Yeah, half the settlement. Yeah, and you do see a few half orcs, a few actual orcs. Most of them are, all the half orcs are together at a table. There's a few orcs just walking around shooting the could you guys give me a perception roll, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually that's about what I expected. Okay. 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so Katie and Peter both noticed quite immediately There's everyone appears to be speaking common, no matter what race they're. And everyone is getting along. Normally, in a crowd as big and as diverse as this, you'd probably notice some tensions between different species, but everyone appears to be friendly. It's jovial nature.
So it's definitely
Generally a happy attitude, which is maybe it's just people who are all they know their comrades now. Who knows? But yeah, it's not like they're like practicing a religion or doing special services, or it's just they're all getting along. You don't see any tavern brawls except for a few good-natured like sporting fistfights going on. Like it's more like boxing than actual fighting. It's good-natured, like fun among stupid people. So, what would you like to do?
Well, this may be the first opportunity that a little music wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yes.
It doesn't happen right this second, but it seems we're finally in a location that people might actually enjoy it and not start attacking us.
Don't you get some sort of like bonus thing if you do it in an inn?
I don't know.
It might make people more likely to welcome us and talk to us about.
Would you prefer a drum, a horn, a lute, or bagpipe?
The lute.
The lute? Okay.
Didn't we destroy the bagpipes? We destroyed one of your instruments, or someone took it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. There it is.
Okay. They're across the room. But so as you're walking in that direction, Peter starts playing, and a cheer goes up from the crowd, like, "Hey, welcome! Good job! Glad to have you." He's a hit. People are enjoying it.
Perfect, because when he does that, he gets free food and free lodging.
It's by popular demand. So
funny story. As you may recall, the woodchucking, the food and lodging are already free. This settlement is for the benefit of the battles of the woodchuck overlord. If you want things at the general store, that's going to cost you money. But yeah, the food and lodging are already free, but you've some fast friends already.
Well, the alcohol free.
Of being a musician in this communist hotel.
Yeah, so I want a beer, and also I don't really go up and talk to anyone, at least not right now. I'm kind of walking around the crowd, listening, looking, seeing if I pick up anything. Should I do a perception roll?
Well, first, the bartender is going to hand you the biggest mug of beer you've ever seen, and he'll just say, "Let me know if you need more." It's probably a little over a quart. The beer is flowing free.
Okay, cool.
In multiple.
I'm just going to kind of gradually sip at it. Not in there chugging it.
Probably a good call. But yeah, give me a perception. Is there anything specific you're trying to find out or see?
I mean, I'm definitely very interested in these supposed cult people. So that's probably what I'm listening for and looking for. But I'm mostly just trying to gather general information about this place, about the weird people that I have just sworn fealty to, and trying to find out more information about, that.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll, and I'll tie that into the perception as well.
So both?
Well, just investigation.
Oops.
They are. You have advantage though because they are fans of your whole group because of Peter. So between that and the fact that you already swore fealty and they know that by your presence here, people are more willing to not like shut down around you. So you do hear a few people talking about how they've had run-ins with the Reds. They call them the Reds. You assume after their clothing. And the general consensus is most people didn't like them at first because they didn't get what's going on, but most of the people here seem to actually think that they're the good guys, that they actually might be able to fix what's happened a year ago.
A year ago?
Yes, you heard them mention that. It's been the 1 year anniversary since the change happened a few days ago.
So we've gone from 6 months to a year now.
A year.
Okay. I mean, Indoor went.
But yeah, it's people are just talking around and yeah. So Vindor, you make your way up to the half orcs, and I don't remember if I said this earlier, but everyone, no matter what race they are, is speaking common. Like everyone is speaking and knows common. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. Give me diplomacy. That's just small talk. Diplomacy, because you're not trying to like. You're just trying to say hi and get in your good group. Is diplomacy? Am I going back to 3-5 again? Okay. I'm sorry. I keep on messing that up. Give me, persuasion. You're just trying to get in their good graces. So. Hey, buddy. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, but you seem polite. Come on in. Have a seat. I don't know of any like actual houses. I've heard of one guy named Andel. He was getting in a little trouble with the Reds up north, but that was a few months ago, and we hear about a lot of people. Your family? Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about how Sandel, but it seems like you're from a different shard, so I wouldn't know anything about that. I mean, never heard of them. Sounds like you're just from a different shard than us.
You just got a lot of beer. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a lot of.
Okay. Yeah. You can drink. Kelly and Peter, are you guys doing anything? Well, Peter. Are you going to ask these people specifically about if there's any ogres or half giants around? So if there were any giants in the room, even half giants, you'd see the bottom 3/4, and then the top part of them would be sticking out a hole in the roof. You do not see any whole ogres. If you were to ask about them, maybe you'd find out more, but you don't see anything specifically. Just a second. Okay, well, not many full ogres around here. Towards the settlement, but most of us just stay in the bunkhouse. And it was the giants. We got some full giants, no half giants here, but some full giants are the ones who cleared the woods for us about 11 months ago, shortly after the change. And they most of them have traveled onward because there's almost 10,000 who have sworn fealty to the Woodchuck Overlord. We're just the ones passing through the woods right now. So most of the full giants have already left, as far as he recalls. Actually, there's probably not any left, he says as an afterthought. Okay. And I assume Peter's just still strumming away. Katie is slowly sipping her beer. And what is Kelly doing?
That's in real life. I am just taking advantage of the fact that we have a bunch of free food.
So there is one smart person in the group. Yeah. You just tell the bartender whatever you want, and there's no menu. You just tell them what you want, and it shows up. It's almost like you get a deal with a demon. Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask for a bunch of shit because yeah.
Yeah. And he's gonna give you a bunch of shit. That's wonderful.
Pizza. Maybe
Okay, I'm gonna say no to pizza since you're not from like Earth.
True. I'm gonna eat some dinosaur ribs. I'm sure those would be delicious.
Yeah. Says enjoy these. Several good men died getting them. I'm just kidding.
That makes them.
Or am I?
I mean, at least it didn't go to waste.
Truth.
And then he says, no, I'm just kidding. These are all magically procured.
What? Wait, what?
God.
Okay, remember, he's handing out huge beers, like a little bigger than a quart. Like I told Katie, these are the biggest mugs of beer you've ever seen. Like, there are some halflings and gnomes, and they're still getting handed these huge mugs of beer. Because it's not like they have to worry about their inventory, since it's all magically sourced. And they're just trying to give all their brethren a good time.
So, question, it's 9, or actually it's other times, other places, but it's the time we would normally stop. Do we want to stop just so that Maddie and Sarah can have an opportunity to do whatever they want to do here?
I think.
Yep, I was about to wrap it up. I couldn't hear you, Kelly. What was?
No, I said I think this is a good place to. I mean,
Okay, yeah.
nothing bad is happening yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you can all get rooms. Okay. You swore fealty to multiple things. That was a risk. You took a risk. And then you tried to resist. Moments after swearing fealty. Yeah, you know what the best part is? Time for you guys to level up. And, so when you're calculating your raise in HP case, you remember, you took -2 to Constitution. So yeah, Casey, I'm going to have you be in charge of helping Maddie and Sarah if they need help leveling up. I don't know, maybe they have it down by now, but you seem to be good at helping people with that, and I haven't actually done that yet in Roll20, so, and you're good about it, Courtney. Yeah, everyone go to level 3. Yeah. And, feel free to multi-class if you want to. I'm putting the restrictions on that. Yeah. Beyond that, same time next week.
All right.
Deal?
This was
Yeah. Yeah, the moment you took an overriding fealty, you are punished by the Beaver Overlord. So the first -1 was from the Beaver Overlord. The second -1 was for disobeying the Woodchuck Overlord. But the Woodchuck Overlord is smart, and so he didn't institute his punishment until after you were done fighting for him. And I just look. Yeah, well, maybe some good things can happen as well. And just a thing to think about. Remember when Katie, when you rolled the attack against Katie and you thought it didn't hit, but it did? That's relevant. But that's all I'm going to say on that. The fact that the 13-year-old hit her 14 AC is something to pay attention to, but I'm not going to tell you any more than that. Okay, well, Oh yeah, also happy belated birthday. I meant to say that at the beginning, but there was like AV problems. Yes, I meant to text you, but I knew I'd be like talking to you today. So happy birthday. And yeah, okay. See you guys next week. I'm logging. I did give you a present. You just haven't figured it out yet. Okay. Bye. Bye. Deal.